Warning. In this episode of Maggie Timber Travels, Maggie goes on a real ghost tour in New Orleans, Louisiana. Although the tour is rated family-friendly and all ages were welcome, some content may not be suitable for all children. Parental guidance is advised.
Hi, I'm Maggie Timber, and this is Maggie Timber Travels. We are on a ghost tour in New Orleans, and this is a voodoo hotspot. They practice voodoo over here in the lake, and with voodoo dolls, when they poke it, it's not for harm, it's actually meant for healing, apparently. So apparently you would take it to your voodoo doctor. You would say, like, your wrist is hurting, they would poke the voodoo doll in the wrist, and it would apparently heal that.
Remember, this guy was rich. So rich, he never saw the inside of the courtroom.
Okay, so the lake up there, apparently, if you say Mona Lisa 3 times really loudly, a ghost will appear. I'm pretty sure the daughter's name was Mona. The daughter's name was Mona Lisa, and she drowned in that lake. Apparently, the tree that is pointing in the light, a serial killer killed 7 kids over there. From the tree across from it, and the tree into that tree. Pretty creepy. And we passed a haunted mansion while we were here. Apparently, the guy owned like 6 acres of land, and then he also owned a lake, and his 2 sons drowned in that same exact lake. And then the next day, his boat sunk and he drowned. Pretty creepy so far.
So yeah, taking pictures. Remember, not so much the flag.
Mona Lisa!
Oh, important. We gotta take pictures, y'all. Mira,
Yes.
Okay.
you mind saying it one more time?
Mona Lisa, Mona Lisa, Mona Lisa.
Behind this is brick and mortar. Your typical family tomb has 2 shelves, so a top and a bottom. Now, they keep you in there for a year and a day. They give you the full year. They don't believe any diseases you might have had. That was enough time for them to bake off an extra day. They just don't want to take you out on a date with you. For the most part, after that year and a day, you're baked. It gets hotter than 210 degrees. Maybe your femur, one of your harder bones, is still left. What's this bone? It's pretty hard. What's that?
Tibia.
No, radius.
Radius and ulna.
Great. Yeah. What is it? So it might be there in your hair because of the keratin proteins. So whatever chunks are left, they beat that down with a mallet and with a paint scraper. The sextant will scrape them to a burlap sack. Now you biodegradable bags. Put you on whatever shelf you was on with a 10-foot pole. Push you to the back where you'll fall down to the bottom of the tomb called the pavot. It has a bowl-like shape to collect all the bags. So that's how we're able to put this much people in here. Everybody's going into it back there.
Okay, so we have a special guest from my first video, my dad.
Hey.
We are in a cemetery like right now. We just explored one of the tombs, and it had 9 people buried in it. Apparently, they put the person who died in a bag.
Pine box.
On a pine box, whatever it is.
It's so hot
Like to 210 degrees.
every day.
And they would basically just make them into ashes. And then with a 10-foot pole, they would push it back,
Scrape the pine box.
scrape the pine box.
Anything left. And what do they do with it? What do they do with what's left? They put it in a potato sack.
Bag.
Put it in the corner.
They don't put it in a corner. They would take a 10-foot pole, push it all the way to the back, where it's like this big bowl, basically, and it would keep them in there. And it was all a family, and it was a family So basically, the first person who buys it, they make sure they want it and they buy it. And then when they die, they get put in there, and that's for the whole entire family. At the very bottom, none of them were wiped except for at the very bottom. And it was the mother and the daughter. It was all women. I'll show you.
Oh,
Come
but
on.
what happened? What happened?
It's right here. So at the very bottom, these two names, Elizabeth and Martha, those are the two people who were married and the daughter. And these are the 9 names. Well, right here goes down to 8, and this is the 9th name. So basically, Alfred Andrew apparently bought this whole entire thing for the whole entire family to be in. And it keeps going from generation to generation to generation.
Hospitals were overflowing. Homes were virtually becoming hospitals. In some instances, a whole family